were two bombs, one in LA and one by the bay. Yes, I saw two bombs, one in LA and one by the bay. Yes, I saw two bombs, one by LA and one by the bay. They were blowing up like boom, boom, boom. Yeah, they were blowing up like boom, boom, boom. So I had a dream last night, just now, whenever how, that I was in my front yard. It was probably around spring or summertime. There's the tree, the big large tree in my front yard. Had all of its green leaves on it. I was looking at my house, which is facing towards the west, and in the sky, off into the horizon, I saw two extremely large, extremely tall, almost as if they went up into the stratosphere, mushroom clouds of a sort, except these mushroom clouds were longer and taller than any mushroom cloud I'd ever seen, with a bunch of mushroom caps, so to say, if you can envision the mushroom cloud with the cap on top. These caps I'm referring to, so you have a visual, where not just one at the top with the stem or cloud descending, instead the mushroom cloud itself rose to the very stratosphere with many little caps in between the top and the bottom. And there was two of them. While looking west, about, if I had to gauge with my hand, maybe about a foot apart, but that'd be miles, miles apart in actual distance. Now, looking west from my house is LA. And sure, it's just a dream. Doesn't mean a thing, right? Just a dream. Just a dream. But you see, I've had this recurring dream. Not this one that I spoke of, but another one. Another one that I've had since a child. And in this other dream that I'm referring to, that I've had multiple times, it almost seemed like this dream that I had just recently was a continuation of said previous original dream. Now, in the original dream that I am now referring to, I can't forget it. I've been having this recurring dream since I was a child, in elementary school no less, and now I'm about 6 foot-ish. Used to be a little heavy on the ish, now it's a little lighter on the ish as I seem to shrink in my later days. Nonetheless, I get back to the dream. I digress. In the dream that I had when I was a child, of much shorter stature, an elementary kid height, whatever that was, definitely not 6 foot. I'm walking down my hallway, and it's kind of near Christmas time, the end of the year, I recall that. And what always struck me as odd in that dream was how much taller I was than when I actually, than the height that I actually was when having the dream. And you see, I've come to realize the height that I am in the dream is the height that I am now. We have these cabinets in our hallway. And see, when I was little, I only went up to the first cabinet. And I distinctly remember this. But now I'm well past that, as we don't have midget cabinets. No offense to anybody that does have midget cabinets. You see, I am not a heightophobe. Don't take me as one. Anyhow, any who's-its, any what's-its. In said dream, I'm going down the hallway, and there's a rumble. A rumble so hard, so fierce, so intense that it knocks me to the ground. No, it wasn't like an explosion or anything. Nothing blew up. There was no fire, nothing like that. But it was such an intense rumble, it knocked me to the ground. And I instantly got back up, and I ran to the front door, and I ran outside. I ran out to the front yard, and I ran to the edge of the lawn, looking at the house, facing west, where I see something shiny in the sky, traveling so fast, moving so quickly, I could almost barely see it if it weren't for a dream, and I guess I was supposed to see it. So it was a missile. It was a missile, and it was going very fast, going west. And after I lost sight of it, not far behind, trailing it, were two fighter jets. Two fighter jets that were trying, as it seems, to catch back up to said missile. And that's where the dream ends. And I've had that same recurring dream, half a dozen times since I was in elementary school or so, and I'm now 37. Later years, but I definitely feel much older. Anyhow, today, this morning, and last night, evening, whatever you want to call it, most definitely seemed like the dream that I had was a continuation of that first dream. Now it's just a dream, you say? Just a dream. Probably nothing. Means nothing. Dreams are dreams. Everybody has them. I can make nothing more of it than what it was. Maybe I ate some Fun Chips before bed, and the amount of sodium caused me to have a little more lucid dream than normal. I don't even know if that's a thing. Look up if that's a thing. If that's a thing, let me know. If it is, I don't know how I knew that. If it's not, well, it's just an analogy. Anyhow, just a dream. Although I've had other dreams. Dreams in which I can't believe it, but, and I don't care if you do believe it, remarkably, strikingly came true. For instance, I had a girlfriend named Chelsea. She was my love of my life. I thought we'd be together forever. I ended up having a child with her, but before that, we had broken up for a little bit, and I had a best friend named Landon. And in this dream, way back when we were broken up, I was at my friend Dave's house. Dave's house was always the house that, one of, I guess, not the, but one of the houses I would frequent and, smoke pot and drink and enjoy good-hearted times of not having a job and doing whatever the guy wanted to do. And as such, in the dream, this girl Christina that I knew approaches me at Dave's and says, "I'm sorry to tell you this, but Chelsea and Landon are hooking up." "Oh, you didn't know?" "Well, I just felt I had to tell you." End dream. The very next day, I find myself at none other than Dave's house. And, well, so it should be. Who also is there? You guessed it. Christina. Christina approaches me exactly like the dream. Says, "I don't know how to tell you this, but I feel you should know. Landon and Chelsea are hooking up." I had no inkling of a thought or idea that they were previous to said dream or her explaining this to me. It was my best friend, my best fucking friend, and my ex. The classic story of your ex getting back at you by sleeping with the man that you trust the most, the man that you think has your back, the man that would take a bullet or shoot a bullet for you. But no, instead, my ex. Me and her ended up making up, of course, love of life and blah, 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 and had a kid with her. I don't regret anything, and my daughter's the biggest part of my life, the best part of my life. And me and Chelsea went together, but we're civil, fully co-parent, and hey, life isn't easy. But as such, I don't believe in coincidences. You may believe whatever you like. I would never try to impose my beliefs on anybody. And don't try to think that I'm trying to use this platform as a soapbox to stand on and call out the way that I believe or feel, because I am not doing that at all. This is in such just a way for me to express what I dreamt of, and I couldn't keep it bottled up inside without it gnawing at me. Gnawing, begging to be released. And there you have it, folks. There were 2 explosions. One in LA and one by the Bay. Yeah, there were 2 bombs, one in LA and one by the Bay. They were blowing up like boom, boom, boom. They were blowing up like boom, boom, boom. There was 2 bombs, one in LA and one by the Bay. Yes, there were 2 bombs, one in LA and one by the Bay. Yes, there were 2 nuclear bombs, one in LA and one by the Bay. And they're blowing up like boom, boom, boom. They're blowing up like boom, boom, boom. So ends today's episode of the Random Shower Hour of Power. That's never a full hour and not necessarily ever even in a shower. But enjoy it. Take it for what it is. Take it for what it's not. Don't even take it at all. Leave it by the wayside if that's how you feel. Matters not to me. All in all, have a Merry Christmas, a Happy Kwanzaa, a fine and solemn holiday. I don't know, sure, yeah, whatever. Or, the other one with the candles and like the one that, like, the Jewish people celebrate, that one that I dare not say. I don't know why I'm having a blank on it. It's nothing against that holiday or those people. I'm literally blanking right now. It's embarrassing. Hanukkah. Have a happy Hanukkah. A crazy Kwanzaa or a content Christmas. And for all of those that don't celebrate, you heathens, you agnostics, happy holidays. Learn to love yourself. Learn to love others. Be a service to others. Love yourself first. Because in the end, that's what's most important.